Fuck it. Should be the next quote. So here we go, guys. Think of probably my best video ever. In this video, I'm gonna teach you something that literally nobody else in the planet is telling you or teaching you at all. Because people fact that they're not God realized and enlightened to the level that I am. This video is gonna prove without doubt that I am the Messiah, that I am the prophet of God, the true God, the mother God. I speak for the mother God. I am the Messiah. And I'm going to raise all people, all animals, all nature, the whole world into God consciousness and bring heaven into earth. Because right now, heaven is in hell. There's so much war, so much suffering, so much suicide, so much death. And I'm trying to do my best, make my mark in the world to prevent that and lower that to the middle that I possibly can, especially suicide. So yeah, this video is going to prove that I am the Messiah and that I am the most enlightened being that has ever walked the earth so far. And the one that was the path will be my child. Anyway, that's the point. So this video is going to be about how to utilize / make use / benefit of non-duality, aka enlightenment, aka God realization, aka advanced spirituality. Because literally every single fucking teacher out there, even Leo Guru, this video is about Leo Guru and how he does enlightenment as well. Even Leo Guru, probably my main guru, who's probably the only person that's sort of near my level of God realization. But I'm the higher God realization level than he is. He is lost. He is lost in solipsism. He thinks that he's the only person alive and that there's no point in teaching, no point in doing everything, and that everybody is him. That's true, but that's also not true. Because the fact of non-duality is that everything is one, which means everything is truth and lie at the same time. So the fact that you are everybody, everything in the whole universe is true and also a lie. The relative truths are still true, but the absolute truth is also true. They're both true simultaneously, and they're both lies simultaneously. They're both neither truth or lies, and they're both truth and lies. And they're both beyond that and undescribable. So that's what they really learn. That's a real high amount of dualism right there. So here's, guys, how to use / utilize / benefit non-duality. This is how you do it. The first thing you have to do is pretty much find the way, which I recommend you do this by watching my videos. You can watch some of Leo's videos as well, and a bit of Jim Newman, but I recommend my videos. Like, I'm the best spiritual guru on YouTube by far, because I'm the most spiritually advanced person in the planet, and I'm the Messiah. So this is how you utilize enlightenment. First, you have to find a way to get 700, 800 plus, what God realized, so that you can get all the ism. Once you have all the ism, you'll already be able to utilize enlightenment. Basically, to utilize enlightenment, what you have to do is you have to silence your mind and tap into your inner true self, yourself that can't be described into words, the thing looking through your eyes. And when you do that, you use your mind, which is actually the mind of God. Your mind is the mind of God. That voice in your head that you think is your voice is the voice of God. That's what it is. It's actually the voice of God. Because you are actually God. But you don't know that. You think you're human. That's the whole thing. You have to deconstruct all your identity and everything and realize the fact that you are not human and that you are not a thing and that you don't exist, but you do exist as a society of everything. Basically, you have to be like that your self-image. You have to turn your self-image from a human into the wind or water or fire or earth. Any one of those things, any of those things is okay, but whatever you prefer. Some people prefer to be wind, some people prefer to be water, some people prefer to be fire, some people prefer to be earth. Like, for example, my best friend has male master, but he's not I haven't seen him in a while, but he's still my male master overall, guys. I do still love him on D. We'll call him B. We'll call him Black. That's what we call him here, Black. Black self-image is basically fire. Because he actually knows that he's God. But he thinks he's the only one that's God, though. He doesn't realize that everybody else is God as well, along with him, that he's one with everybody. But he also doesn't need to realize that. Because the relative truth is, guys, about non-duality, is that the relative truth is more powerful and more better than the absolute truth. The absolute truth on its own is to a certain degree useless, but it's also extremely useful. Because when you realize, when you know 700% plus God realized, and you can pretty much fully enlighten that point, because 700% more God realized is pretty much full enlightenment. But the thing with enlightenment, God realization, that's infinite. Like ism is. Ism, God realization, and enlightenment are all synonymous. They're all pointing to the same thing. But my teaching is ism, right? So pretty much here it is, guys. Pretty much once you give them 700% plus God realized, you're gonna start sensing and tapping into the ism, and the more and then at that point, you're gonna start probably becoming about 5 to 10% more God realized each day. Until you reach the point where you reach 2,000, 3,000 and shit. Like right now, I'm at exactly at this point. ¿Qué? Todo el mundo mirado.
Pero habla paso, o sea,
No,
mucho, pero habla pues tú.
No, calma, esto es como mi canal, yo estoy hablando duro. Yo estoy hablando algo más como importante. Okay, I'm sorry, yo te quiero, tú gato.
Tú tú vives solo, tú no vives eso me molesta esa bulla y ese bajo cigarro. Eso no está-
Yo voy a traer mi novia a la casa mañana, okay? But tú vas a hacerla. Ah, my fault. Damn, I thought that's right there. Fuck it. I thought it was fuck it. Anyway, hit the flow. So basically, how you utilize enlightenment. You empty your mind and you step into the present moment and you use your mind, your imagination, which is God's imagination. Imagination is manifestation. That's the number one. If you can learn one thing from my channel, is that imagination is manifestation. I'm gonna say it again. Imagination is manifestation. If you can learn that and master that thing I just told you right now, you will be able to master everything. That's how I got good at pickup and getting girls and making friends. And I got good at marketing and finance, making money and making businesses. It was all through mastering spiritual enlightenment, mastering God realization, becoming over 1,000% God realized. Right now, I'm at about 2,800% God realized. By tomorrow, when I start going out with my girl, I'm going to be over 3,000% God realized. But anyways, yeah, how you use it? Basically, you empty your mind and you use your imagination and you go deep into your imagination while your mind is clear. And the thing is, it's even easier to clear your mind. Clear your mind is how you clear your mind. So it's advanced and simple. It's both basic and highly advanced meditation at the same time. This is how you truly meditate. Meditation is actually just living life. So when you meditate, this is what you do empty your mind. You pretty much just don't think or anything, and you let the thoughts come, but you don't put energy or force into the thought. The thought comes and the thought goes, and then you have a silent mind for about 2 to 5 or 10 seconds or more. Like me, I have a silent mind for about maybe a minute to like a minute and 20 seconds max at a time, and then I got a thought. Like there's times I have even more time with silent mind, though I'm watching a video or whatever. Like right now, my mind's been silent pretty much for most of the time I'm making this video. I haven't had a single thought. I've probably only had like 4 thoughts while I'm making this video. So yeah, you empty your mind and then you use your imagination and you imagine, you visualize it as much and as powerful as you possibly can, what you desire. Do you desire a girlfriend or friends with benefits or a fuck buddy or just a bitch you can fuck whatever you want? You can imagine that and then imagine that deeply, how she looks, really amazing about her. Imagine the sex, imagine her eyes, her hair, her body, her lips, her face, her ass, her tits, everything. You imagine that as fully as you can, and then when you realize that, you have to keep imagining that constantly, and then eventually you will manifest it. Or you want to know how to make money. Imagine $1,000 in your bank account constantly. Imagine with so much force, so much power, so much attention, so much awareness. Over and over and over again, every single day, for 5 minutes every hour, 5 minutes every hour, you just do your imagination and visualize, imagining what you want to happen every day, every hour, 5 minutes or just 2 minutes, even 1 minute every hour, 1 minute an hour. That's I say you're awake for 12, 16 hours, that's 16 times you do this imagination, that visualization exercise. And once you do that long enough, you will manifest whatever you want. That's basically when I was only about 130 or 150% I realized, I basically ended up manifesting my master tiger. I was writing a novel called Against the Occultist, and the woman interest to the main character was named Harley, and she was basically almost the same as that way as Tiger to a certain degree. It was almost like I created Tiger before I even met Tiger. Like I manifested her. And then also with my main method of making money, how I make money so easily now, I manifested that as well through my imagination. That's the whole thing, guys. You want to learn how to use enlightenment or the God realization, how you utilize non-duality, use non-duality, and benefit from non-duality. You imagine constantly and visualize. And try to imagine all 5 of your senses in visualizing whatever your desires is. So let's say you want $1,000 in your bank account, you literally imagine and visualize your phone and then your bank app. And you imagine $1,000, the numbers in your bank account there. And then you also imagine having $1,000 in your hands in 20s or 100s. You imagine how the money feels. You imagine how the money looks. You imagine how the money smells. Fuck it, you even try to imagine how the money will taste. Everything. Use all 5 of your senses and you imagine. You visualize and use your imagination. And eventually, if you keep doing that long enough, you will manifest whatever you want in your life instantly 100%. And if you do this one method alone, if you have the imagination is manifestation, you will become fully God realized, over 700, 800% God realized very, very, very quickly. So this is one of the best videos I ever made, guys. Peace, guys. Peace.